Bleep, glop, glop, gloop.
Sison Taylor Productions.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another debate. I'm Asa.
And I'm Taylor.
And today we are debating aliens, real or fake. I say yes.
And I say no.
So let's dive into that. Taylor, would you like to start?
Yes, let's get cooking. Okay. In an Oxford Future of Humanities research, a group of people decided to put into numbers the probability of extraterrestrial life. And they found that there was a 53 to 99.6% chance that humanity is the only intelligent civilization in the galaxy, as well as a 39 to 85% chance in the observable universe. So, what that gives to me is that if aliens were to exist, they couldn't be intelligent life. You know what I mean? Like it would have to be like a microorganism that doesn't have the capabilities that us as humans do. Yes, so I think it would be a lack of intelligence, and they would also have to have a different chemical makeup than us because of the lack of resources in outer space, and they wouldn't be the little green dudes that you see there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say, while that is true that they don't have to be the little like kind of aliens, they don't have to be. It is possible because despite all like statistics or evidence, there has been also just as much evidence leading to actual sightings of extraterrestrial life. Like that's crazy. So let's dive into that. So one of the many investigations that I have researched on mainly centers around the Project Blue Book. So let's dive into that. So there's an Air Force UFO investigation operation called the Project Blue Book. And so after a pilot reported 9 strange flying objects, 9, that's a pretty significant amount, at 1947, from about 1952 into 1969, they decided to record UFO sightings, and they found over 12,000 sightings. And you can argue, like, are they all legit? Maybe not. But 12,000 is still a large number nonetheless. That is still a significant amount that, out of all of those 12,000, at least a few of them has to be right. So this leads to around September 20th, 1952, there was a crew that aborted the USS Franklin D. Roosevelt aircraft carrier, and they spotted a silvery spherical object flying through the air. And you just can't explain that, like where did that come from a human standpoint? Has to be aliens. Yes. And so there's a guy, Wallace Litwin, who took 2 color photos of it, and they were instantly seized by Navy intelligence, which, if that needs to be seized by Navy intelligence, that has to be significant enough that they want to keep that away from the public. And even there is, like, Project Blue Book's chief, Captain Replet, like, would later state that the photos were, like, legitimate, they were very good quality, and it showed the object flying and everything, and they could testify that it wasn't a weather balloon, from like a post-incident investigation with no ship, because no ship had launched that day. And so there was no other explanation than like just this flying orb through the sky that clearly did not come from humans. So yeah, so to like say to your point of like, well, like maybe there isn't aliens out there, there's evidence that is still to this day unexplainable. And also like on the basis of the universe and like on Taylor's statistics too, NASA has confirmed that there's over 4,000 exoplanets, so planets that don't revolve around the sun or they revolve around different stars. There's 300 billion stars, 200 billion galaxies, and all of that, there's just no way, realistically, that us, like, we're the only living organisms out there. I just don't believe that.
Okay. That's fair. You mentioned UFOs. That's drawn to scale, very accurate. UFOs. In order for the creation of UFOs, that would mean that the extraterrestrial life in question was intelligent.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they could piece that together if they were little microorganisms. But that would require intelligence, which begs the question of the Fermi paradox, which was developed by a pharmacist, a physicist named a physicist named Enrico Fermi, and he asked the question, okay, if there were intelligent alien civilizations and they were capable of interstellar communication and travel, why haven't we received signals? There would have been some sort of signal from them, maybe a visit even, maybe a little
drop by, a little cow abducted.
Yeah, but that if they're intelligent, why would they not have used their abilities and their resources to come pay us a visit, positive or negative? But yeah, I feel like Fermi begs a good question about us not having received signals, and I think that is a pretty good point.
Well, looking at it from an alien standpoint and looking at it from a humanity standpoint, if I was an alien, why would I want to visit Earth? Seeing everything that's happening, war, famine, political, diverse, division, that's what the word is, division. Why would you want, if I was an alien, I saw Earth, I'd be like, ew, no.
Fair point. They only want the cows.
They only want the cows, I get it. I would want the cows too if I was an alien. But on your note about the signals, there's a thing called FRBs, which stand for far radio signals, and they have been detected since 2007, and they only come from outside of the Milky Way. How, what are those? There's just no way that from humans and what we've built, those signals would just come from human things. I don't even know if there's human things outside of the Milky Way, but outside of the Milky Way is pretty far. I feel far beyond reach. And so for us to have signals coming there, that argues is there something out there? There has to be something sending those signals. And again, also another point, in space, there's a thing called the Goldilocks zone. Like your hair. Like Goldilocks.
Like my red hair.
There's a Goldilocks zone. And basically, what it is, it's scientists estimate that 1 in 5 to 6 planets reside in the Goldilocks zone. And basically those are planets that are in the right temperature for water to form on the surface. And when you have water, you also have life with it. And so I feel that also is even further evidence that maybe something could be out there. Maybe. And even until to this day, the British Intelligence Service, I don't know why the British specifically, because of all the stuff that I previously mentioned about their investigations, they reopened the UFO investigation, and I believe it's still going on today. So maybe there's something out there.
Who knows? Speaking of life, I wasn't gonna go there, but we shall. Let's talk about God. God created the heavens and the earth. He created everything out of nothing.
Yes.
And he sent his one and only begotten Son, Jesus, to come die on the cross for us. Sent to earth to die for humanity, his creation. Which begs the question, if there are other intelligent life forms out there that were created by God, did he also send Jesus to go to those planets and die on every one of those planets over and over for them? Does that mean the aliens are sinless? Are they sinful creatures?
Do they have morals?
Do they have morals? And the Bible also says that from one man God created all men. And I just think that if there were a form of intelligent life out there, God would not gatekeep that from us. I feel that would have been mentioned in Genesis, perhaps. But, God's a man of mystery. So
he is.
Maybe.
Yes. But... And maybe God is withholding this information from us because maybe he knows better than we do. Maybe we don't have to know. Maybe there's no reason why we should know. Maybe he knows that would send humanity into a panic. The Lord works in mysterious ways. And this is one of those things that maybe this is something that's beyond our human comprehension. There's so many things that are beyond our human comprehension.
That's what it is. We'll just never understand.
We'll just never know.
Comprehend.
We'll never know. So, in conclusion, I believe that there could be something out there.
I believe that if there are aliens out there, Ace is one of them. That's what I believe. Thank you so much for watching.
Was that motivated? Cut the cameras. Get out of here. Am I an alien? Cut it.